Hi, I'm George Nottingham with Groundworks. We specialize in palms. We've been in Palm Beach County, Florida for the last 35 years. We've lived through many, many hurricanes. We've seen the damage it's done to your palms across the entire area. Hurricane Ian just came through the West Coast, and then there was epic. What the damage that it did over there is hard to even comprehend. We know that there will be thousands and thousands of palms that have the entire canopy completely shredded, just totally destroyed. That doesn't mean the palm's dead. If someone comes along telling you that the palm is dead and it needs to be replaced, please give it a moment and think it through. The two rules are this. Get a good close look at the trunk. If the trunk is not fractured or broken, then from that perspective, you're in great shape. Second, if it's a date palm, be advised that the apical meristem is down deep into this area that we call the nut. Though the spear is all the way up here, the apical meristem is actually down here. That apical meristem is where new young fronds will be produced. Even though this entire canopy may have been destroyed during the hurricane and all it's left is some shredded, destroyed tissue up there, the truth of it is that the apical meristem being inside the trunk was unaffected by the storm. Now, again, you need to look closely at the trunk, because if you had anything impacting it, or if for whatever reason the trunk fractured or broke, that's a totally different story. But so long as the palm is standing and the trunk is in good shape, even though the canopy is destroyed, that doesn't mean the palm's destroyed. The apical meristem is inside here. All you need to do is cut off everything. Cut off everything on top that's destroyed. I would imagine after Ian, I haven't been over there yet because we can't really get in there. We'll be getting over there next week, but I would imagine that the entire canopies on the canaries and the medulas are just completely shredded. In that circumstance, you would take off everything. Just literally cut everything off, leave just the trunk standing there. Then you're going to want to go ahead and treat with a fungicide combination that goes after Phytophthora and Theriopsis, and that is also broad spectrum, aiming at any other secondaries or maybe the other opportunistic primaries. What we would suggest would be a combination of T-methyl, Methonaxin, and probably copper hydroxide, Coside 101. That combination applied to all of the cut areas, meaning everywhere where you cut something off, where you have an exposed, fresh cut, on a rachis, just go ahead and spray it with that combination. Then go ahead and use 4 or 5 gallons of that same solution down at the base to do a root and soil drench. At that point, there's really not a whole lot you have to do. Now, even if the ocean came, it's not the end of the world. The ocean is full of potassium, it's high in soluble chlorides. It's actually full of most things that date palms really like. The only problem the ocean brings is you're going to have a really high level of soluble salts for a period of time. If you have the ability to flood irrigate around the bases of your palms with fresh water for, say, 7 to 10 days, then I would recommend you do that. That will hopefully bring down the levels of soluble salts and chlorides. But the presence of high levels of chlorides and high levels of potassium and magnesium that may have been brought in by the ocean, that's not going to hurt your palms at all. They're going to love that. So in a sense, there's a kind of a degree of fertilization going on as a result of the presence of those things. The simple fact of the matter is this. We have removed the canopy, completely removed the entire canopy off hundreds of date palms after extreme wind events, after hurricanes. We have watched those palms regenerate full canopy to the extent that 1.5 years, 2 years in, you can't tell there was even a hurricane. Just because the canopy is destroyed doesn't mean the palm is dead. It just means that the top is gone and that for a period of time, it's not going to look great, right? Nothing you can do about that. But you can definitely save the palm. You just need to act fairly soon. You don't want to leave that spear split and hung open for any long period of time, because you may inadvertently expose that apical meristem to opportunistic disease. You want to get out there in the next week, 10 days, get everything taken off the top, treat with the contact, do the soil drench, and then stand back and watch. You're going to be amazed. Medjool date palms in particular are tough as nails. You will see them recover. In most cases, Canariensis, you're going to see them recover. I was just did a video a minute ago talking about palms with crown shafts, Alexanders, Adenidius, Royals. Any of these palms with the crown shaft, easy to fix, will definitely recover so long as the trunk has not been fractured. If you have any questions or you need any more information, we want to help. Call us at 800-753-5127. That's 800-753-5127. Or shoot us an email. You can email me at gpn@datepalm.com, or you can email the office at sales@datepalm.com. We're here to help you. Call us if you need us. But above all else, be safe. Be careful in all the work that you're doing. Don't forget that whatever's left up there probably has thorns on it. So be aware of that. Take good care, and we're here if you need us.